Hello, welcome back. Next month I've got a special visitor from America. They're from California. They're going to be heading over to Bangkok and then staying for a few days, and then they'll be heading to Chiang Rai and then to Laos. They're having an engagement party or something in Laos, but they'll be here in Bangkok for about 2 days. So we decided to meet up and catch up with each other. We haven't seen them for almost 7 years, something like that. We went over to America 7 years ago to visit them, so they're just gonna come over and visit us before they head to Laos. Anyway, we asked them what do they want to do here, and they said the normal thing, you know, temple, night market, whatever. And then they said they want to go to Pet Mark, and I was confused of what is Pet Mark. So I had to Google it, research it. So Pet Mark is this thing here. So it is a restaurant from Mark Wen's. Sorry, it's just going on an ad. So it's a restaurant that this famous YouTuber, not him, this famous YouTuber opened, and yeah, he started it. His name's Mark. They mainly sell, their main dish is basil stir fry, spicy basil stir fry, and I told them, you know, you can have this dish anywhere in Thailand. It's just a popular dish, but they just want to go to this restaurant because it's because of a YouTuber, and that's what most Americans do. Most Americans are like that, you know. They just go on YouTube or go on Google, type in where to go, what to eat, and they'll follow the trend. But I told them, you don't need to go to that. So Mark looks like that. So you might have seen him on some famous video of him eating Thai food. Anyway, so yeah, we might go see that. But anyway, so I found this other channel, which is this guy here. His name's Sonny. He does another YouTube video which is called Best Food Review Ever, something like that, on that line. And it's been fascinating because I've been looking at his channel and I've been going through all the videos, all the country that he visits, you know, in Africa, Indonesia, all these other, like Philippines, Vietnam, just anywhere in the, yeah, just any other country that I'm trying to think about. Kazakhstan is another one. Anyway, he's been to a lot of countries, and it's been fascinating because the food that he shows is not your typical chicken, beef, pork kind of food from these other countries. Even when he went to I think it's Mexico or something like that, they were eating something like alligators or lizards. Yeah, it's really what we would say is extreme food, but for the locals it's actually quite popular. It's normal. So I've looked into some of the areas in my part of where I live, which is Southeast Asia, and he's eating things like bats, porcupine, snakes, rats, bugs, just things that you would just look at and just go, ooh, well, thank God we are colonized by the white people so we don't have to eat those kind of food, that kind of thing. But it's really fascinating because, one, it does look bad, but two, you're curious, you know, you're curious, is it that bad? Because he's saying, oh, it's not that bad. So I'm inspired by watching all these videos of him traveling around the world, trying different food, different meat, and I want to try it as well because in my town we do have those type of food which is not supposed to be your normal Western food. I mean, we've got bugs. I've already ate a small, I think it was a sparrow or something. I've already ate a few bugs. I've already ate a rat. A rat was an interesting one. So I think I'm going to try out a few different other food as well. So yeah, I'm going to head to the market now, buy a few things, and then maybe the next day I'll buy another new thing and just see what it tastes like, what the whole experiment is all about. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. For tonight's dinner, I'm going to have some bugs. Of course, I'm not just going to eat bugs. That would be a weird dinner. I don't think I'll be full. So every time I eat something weird, I'll mix it up with other food. So today we've got an omelette, some deep fried fish, deep fried prawns or shrimp, a little bit of pork and some tropical fruits, some lamia and watermelon. So yeah, let's see. So what we've got here is we've got 3 bugs. We've got a grasshopper, cricket and silkworm. So I'll try the biggest one first, which is a grasshopper. I'll just eat it as it is, no rice. And yeah, it looks a bit weird, doesn't it, with all the eyes and things on it, but here we go. So the legs and everything, the texture is a bit weird, it's a bit sharp. You've got to really crunch it down. Just trying to compare it to a flavour that you might relate it to. It's salty, bit of weird nutty texture. It's crunchy. I can't compare it to anything, it just tastes like a grasshopper. Okay, next part, but it's not too bad. The kids like it. I think this is their favourite bugs to eat, was the grasshopper. Next one is a cricket. So just give you guys see what the grasshopper looks like. Okay, the cricket. So it's all deep fried, so it should be crunchy. Okay, it's almost the same as the grasshopper, just a little bit sweeter in the end. I'll just try the grasshopper again. So the cricket is a little bit more easier to eat because just because the legs are smaller, everything's a smaller portion. Yeah, I mean, if I was starving to death, I mean, I wouldn't complain. Okay, next bug, silkworm. It's got like a buttery cheese flavour. So you, oh, got a little bit of kick in the end there. Bit of salty in it. There's like 3 flavours in this. It's quite weird. So crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside. Tastes like a funny cheese, a funny nut. I mean, yeah. Well, there you go. I wouldn't complain about it. I mean, it's all okay. It's not, I mean, some people would consider it delicious, otherwise they wouldn't be selling it. But, yeah, once you get sick of eating meat all the time, it's a little bit refreshing to try something new, such as a grasshopper. Yeah. Filming this on a separate night. Yeah, you can see the food's different now. So I am going to try this. This is intestine. I try to stay away with intestine because that's where all the yucky stuff is. Just this is the intestine here. I think it's pig intestine, not too sure. So I'll try one without the sauce and I'll try one with the sauce. It's chewing. It just feels like rubber. And I don't know, there's no real flavour to it. I'm not going to spit it out, I'm going to eat it. Really not my cup of tea. Okay, I try one with the sauce that they provide. So they provide the sauce. Oh, it's better. Definitely better with the sauce. Yeah, with the sauce it's okay. With the sauce and rice. But it's probably good to eat it with beer. Get a little bit drunk and tipsy. Yeah, I'm probably thinking, what is this? This is just a chicken frame, hardly no meat in it. Poor man's food. Chicken frame. Anyway, this is the squid. And with this squid, I think they put some kind of egg in it. That's a big piece. But the squid is quite popular in Thailand, but I've never had it like this. I've always had the squid in kebab, but let's see. It's really not my cup of tea. It's kind of like slimy. The sauce is nice, but just the whole texture. So yeah, I guess if we don't eat it all, we'll give it to the dogs. But yeah, interesting. So far, interesting. I'm just in the middle of doing some renovation at the moment. That's probably why I haven't been busy making videos. So yeah, lunchtime now, and I thought I'll try some chicken feet. Okay. To be quite honest, chicken feet is common because if you go to a Chinese restaurant in, let's say, Auckland or Hamilton, and you go there at lunchtime, you can order chicken feet, and they do taste quite nice. I think at the end of the day, it depends on if you're used to it, if you grew up with it. If you grew up with it and you're used to the texture, the taste, then it's no big deal. If it's your first time eating chicken feet, then you're probably going to think that's pretty gross. What else have we got here? We've got this thing called a blood tofu, which has got blood and they boil it to make a tofu. Yeah, so that's a bit strange for some people, quite common here. So I'll just give you a taste. I'll explain the taste of this. So just soft jelly. Tastes like boiled blood. But the thing is, it's in a noodle soup, so you can't really taste the flavour of the blood too much. And the chicken feet, slimy, sticky, lots of bones. There's not much meat. It's like you got to put the bone and the feet in, and then use your tongue to go around it and take the bones out. The texture of the feet I don't really mind. I don't mind the look of it. Like I said, I went to Yum Cha Chinese restaurant and had chicken feet before, so I'm just used to it. But yeah, that's another strange food that you might want to try. Welcome to the last meal of this video, otherwise it would just get too long. So for tonight's dinner, it is snail. Snail and what's this herb here?
It's just a vegetable.
Has it got a name?
I don't know.
Okay, there goes the food expert. I don't know. Alright, so this snail is, it's not a garden snail, it's a mud snail, so you can get it from the
Rice field.
Yeah, the rice field and the fish pond. So just have a taste. Just chewy. I think everything just gets mixed up with all these spice and herbs and everything, so I can't really give you what a taste of a snail is like. But actually, this dish is quite nice. I'll try some of these herbs. I think it's similar to power. Sorry about that notification. It's similar to power. It's chewy. It's got the same texture. Everything's the same as a power. I think if I had to refer it to a food that I've tasted before, it would be a power. Yeah, it's cool. I like that dish. So yeah, I'm quite open to try new food. You know, aside from fried chicken all the time and other things, I'm open to try new food, try different types of food, just experiment. And I know it used to be like poor person's food, because getting a pork or getting a beef is quite expensive, where you can just go to a fish pond and collect snails. So, but yeah, doesn't matter what it is, like what status it is, whether it's a poor man's food or a rich man's food. Like a lobster would be a rich man's food. It's all food in the end. So that was quite interesting, just trying everything out. Of course I didn't try everything out, otherwise it'll be a longer video, but I've tried some things for you to see. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Catch you on my next video. Oh, just one other thing is that I'm just in this house at the moment because the other house is getting renovated. It's a little bit of a mess down there, so yeah, just doing some renovation, doing a few projects here and there, so yeah. Okay, see you then.